Look at her, she's so cute. Let's just jump into the makeup. I already know what I want to do. I want to play with some yellows. I want to play with some greens. I went on Pinterest and I was inspired by a picture I saw, so I'm going to put it on the screen right here. I really liked the colors of that photo, so I want to create a makeup look inspired by that. So let's just jump into the makeup. So first thing I'm going to do, as per usual, I'm going to be moisturizing my skin. I'm going to be using the La Neige Water Bank lotion. I really like this moisturizer because it's very, very lightweight, yet it's very hydrating. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. And also, like, what the hell is this? I woke up this morning with a freaking huge bump on my forehead. I usually don't get the, like, big acne, but like, this is a huge friend. So next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be priming my lids. And to prime my lids, I'm going to be using my... Do I want to use this? I think I want to use something different. I'm really scared to use new eye primers because usually I'm really used to my MAC Pro Longwear paint pot. But the time I tried this primer right here, this is the Raw Beauty Eye Primer. I'm really curious to try this with like more intense eyeshadow because when I tried it, I used very natural shades and I did a really natural looking eye makeup look. So I really want to give this a shot. I remember really enjoying this. And I'm just going to prime both my lids. And I'm just going to dab that onto my lids from the inner to my outer corner. And I'm also going to drag some of that on my lower lash line. First thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to start working on my outer corner. I really want to do something very pointy and very smoky and intense today. So I'm actually going to start by sketching where I want my wings to be using a yellow liner. This is the Raw Beauty Kristi and Colourpop liner in the shade Marigold. So I'm going to start by sketching a very intense wing on my outer corner. Right now I am creating the shape that I want, but I'm also creating like the negative of the shape that I want. You'll see what I mean. So next I'm just going to take a Q-tip and just clean some of these edges. And then with a brush, this is the JH42 brush. It's a really small blender brush. I'm just going to tap over these edges and blend the yellow a little bit more. And I'm also going to start and bring some of that yellow on my lower lash line. This makeup look is going to be very, very simple. I really want the main focus of this look to be all about the colors. Next, this is going to be a full Raw Beauty Kristi tutorial, I feel like, because like the colors from her palettes are just perfect. Like you have this really rusty yellow, and then in her Raw Beauty Kristi and Colourpop collection, you also have this really pretty deep green shade. I think you even have one of those in her Pur Cosmetics palette. So next, I think I'm kind of really liking this like more orange yellow shade. I first thought I was going to go for a bright neon yellow shade, but I really like this rusty shade. So I'm going to intensify that with the shade Camelot from the Raw Beauty Kristi and Pur Cosmetics palette. I'm going to take that with the same JH42 brush. And I'm just going to tap that shade on top of the liner just so that we have a little bit more of a smokier blend and so that the colors are as intense as they can be. And this liner is going very far. It's getting further and further than what I had planned. This is why you have to prime the whole eye area before doing eyeshadow. You never know where the makeup is going to go. Alright, so next we're going to take the Raw Beauty Kristi and Colourpop liner in the shade Spare Time. You can take any green liners you have. And I'm going to draw in a very intense wing liner and I'm going to bring it towards the inner corner. So I'm kind of going to use the yellow we just applied as a guide for the green liner. So I'm going to start right here on my lash line. I'm going to do some very small tapping motions. And I do want this green liner to be very precise and very harsh. So I am going to take my time just so that we can be as clean as possible. I think this is fine. I did mess up this inner part right here, so I am going to be using some micellar water. This is the NYX micellar water, and I'm going to grab that with a Q-tip. And I'm just going to clean up the green in the inner corner because I did mess up. And then I'm going to go into the Raw Beauty Kristi and Pur Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to go into the shade called Garden State. And I'm using that on a Morphe M250-1 brush, which is a very small detailed brush. And I'm going to dab that on top of the green liner just to make it more opaque and more intense. Alright, and then next what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to take that same yellow shade with the JH42 brush, and I'm going to pack this in my inner corners. I'm going to be very, very generous with this shade. Whew. And I'm going to bring this towards the center of my lid. And I'm going to start blending the green liner into the yellow shade, so that the green is disappearing into the yellow. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to leave I'm going to leave my eyes like this for the time being. I think I'm going to start working on my complexion just to see where the makeup is going. I feel like right now this is kind of basic. It's very simple. I really like the colors. I might add some shimmer after, I'm not sure. And by the way, so far I'm really liking this actually. This primer right here, I'm kind of really surprised. It is kind of a drying texture. It's not really moisturizing, but I feel like it's pretty nice, and it's probably going to be really long lasting because of how of a dry texture it is. So to prime my skin, I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty primer. This is the Pore diffusing primer, and this is amazing. This is really, really nice. I like this because it's a pore diffusing primer, but it's very hydrating. There is hyaluronic, oh my god, there is
hyaluronic acid
in here, so it is going to be hydrating at the same time. So I'm just going to do maybe 1.5 pump. So I'm just going to place that especially in the center of my face. And today I think I do want a more matte finish to my skin. I've been enjoying matte skin on pictures lately. I don't really like matte skin on a regular basis, but for photos it looks really nice because dewy skin on pictures, it really enhances texture. For my foundation, I really want to do something very lightweight. So I'm going to be taking my Milk Flex foundation. This is in the shade Shell. This is a little bit too dark for me, but I still like to use it and use a lighter concealer shade to balance things out. So I'm just going to place this where I have my friend, and I'm not going to use too much. I really want a natural look to the skin. And with my Rare Beauty foundation brush, I'm just going to buff all of that into the skin. And for my concealer, I really want to use this, but I don't want to use this because I don't want this product to finish. This is gorgeous. This Complexion stick from Merit is one of the best foundations I ever tried. Like, it's really close with my Rare Beauty foundation. This is just beautiful. You can use this as concealer, as foundation. It's really, really pretty and very, very natural on the skin. But yeah, I'm going to place that under my eyes. And also where I do tend to have some redness. And with the same foundation brush, I'm going to buff this into the skin. Alright, so next I definitely need to set my face down because my skin right now does not like me. I do have a lot of breakouts at the moment, as you're probably noticing. So I'm going to be using my Milk powder. This is the Milk Translucent powder. I'm going to grab that with a fluffy brush. And I'm just going to set my under eyes and also my friends. Oh my god, it's so huge. But I'm setting my face very, very lightly. I don't want to over powder. For my bronzer, I'm going to go into my Heat Spell House Laboratories bronzer and highlight duo, and I'm going to go into the shade Savannah. And I'm using that on a Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm just going to, you know, bronze my skin up. Oh my god, I went, oh, that's a lot. You definitely do not need a lot of this bronzer. It's very, very pigmented. Next, for my blush, it's been quite some time since I last used this product right here. This palette is freaking beautiful. This is the Diamond and Blush palette from Natasha Denona. I think this one might be discontinued because I did buy it on sale, but like it's disgusting right now. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm showing this to you. This looks absolutely disgusting. But it's the most beautiful palette ever, and I'm going to be using the powder blush from this palette, and I'm going to grab that with my duo fiber brush from Yves Rocher. There's still a little bit of blush left from the last time I used it, but whatever, I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to clean it. So I'm just going to take some of that blush. And this blush from the Natasha Denona palette is beautiful, gorgeous. It gives a really pretty golden shine to the skin. Like, do you see that? That's beautiful. I don't know why I don't reach for this palette that often. It's so pretty. For my highlight, I think I want to use something golden. So I'm going to go into the Alva 2 Odin's Eye highlight palette, and I'm going to grab the shade called Gnome. I hope this is not too golden for me. So I'm going to take that with a small precise brush, and I'm just going to hit the very high points. Oh yeah, that might be a little bit too dark for me, but I'll make it work. Oh, that's intense. That's very intense. But that's really pretty actually. I think it's fine on my skin tone actually. I think it's not too deep for me. Odin Eye is becoming one of my favorite brands. Like every time I sit down to do a makeup look, I'm always reaching for Odin's Eye makeup and I'm like, how can I use you? Alright, next I'm just going to fill in my brows really quickly using the Yves Rocher brow pencil in the shade Blonde, and then I'm going to top it off using the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. And just because I feel like the yellow is a little bit too harsh, I'm going to take my Milk translucent powder with a very small fluffy brush, and I'm just going to place some of that powder on the edge of the yellow just to make it a little bit softer. And I think I want to bring a little bit of dimension to this makeup, so I'm going to be using the same highlight I used on my cheeks. I'm going to be taking it with a compact brush, and I'm just going to place that in the very center of my lid. Just because I feel like this look right now is looking a little bit flat. Yeah, that's bringing a little bit of dimension. And I'm also going to take some of that on the brow bone. For my mascara, for once I have something exciting. I received in the mail the new Rare Beauty mascara, and I did try this once, and I will have to say, you'll think that all my videos are sponsored by Rare Beauty, but that's not the case. I'm just genuinely in love with all their makeup. I'm obsessed. And I tried their mascara, and their mascara is very, very impressive, super long lasting, and you can really build it up. You can achieve a very natural look, and you can also achieve a very intense clumpy look. And I love the brush. The brush is like one of those classic fiber kind of thing, and I really like it. Wow. Okay, I went overboard with the mascara. I was really happy. Oh my god, this is a clumpy lash look and I'm obsessed. I'm going to start by lining my lips using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Cacao, which is a really nice brown neutral shade. And I'm very, very, very lightly going to line my lips. For my lipstick, I think I'm going to go for this one. This is the Rare Beauty Dewy Lip Balm in the shade Praise, which is a really pretty peachy pink shade. So I'm just going to fill my lips in using this. I'm just going to add a little bit of gloss. I'm going to use the Raw Beauty Kristi and Colourpop gloss in the shade Wildflower. And I'm going to put just a tiny little bit of this, nothing too crazy. But actually, this is pretty much it for today's makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed. I think this makeup look is very, very simple, but I really like the colors. I feel like it's really, really flattering, and like this really soft pink lip just brings everything together. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Last video I did forget. This time I will not forget. By the way, on the last video, thank you so much, Dana, for reminding me of the secret emoji. I totally forgot. So today's secret emoji, let's do the lemon, just because I feel like it's really fitting. You have the green of the leaf and the yellow from the lemon. So put the lemon in the comment section below. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the Makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone! She's so cute!